2022. Your mid-year reading that I randomly, out of nowhere, decided to do. Oh, look at this. Good luck and fortune. Things going your way. I don't know. Some of you might not be feeling it, but it's a good omen. It really is. Some of you maybe next coming back around. Let's see if that comes out. But yeah, we're going to pull cards July through December to see what the remainder of this year holds for you. And I wasn't planning on doing it, but just randomly out of nowhere, I changed my mind and I thought, no, I'm going to do this because, I don't know, maybe we'll blame it on the full moon in Aquarius that happened yesterday. And I'm an Aquarian, so, you know, we got to be random here. All right, so, yeah, I hope y'all are doing okay. Many of you have been going through Saturn in your 6th house. And not all of you, right? Because each of you have unique astrology, and I strongly encourage you to watch your rising sign because that's probably going to be more accurate, okay? In terms of where Saturn is transiting, right? Like I'm a Taurus rising, so I watch the Taurus video for a lot of my major transits like Saturn, okay? And for those of you who don't know, Saturn transit is, you know, a 2.5-year transit that indicates where you're getting restriction and limitation in life. It's maybe karma going on. Look at this. These cards just want to talk. Page of Cups, the Star, Ace of Wands, and Three of Pentacles. So somebody might have put out a love message to you, or it could be a soulmate. It could be an Aquarian. I'm also seeing a water sign here, possibly Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I'm definitely seeing kind of some kind of romantic vibe, and yes, maybe an offer of a, you know, a sexual offer. For others of you, this is more of a creative new beginning that you might be able to have with this person. You might work with them, you might network with them. You know them through groups of people, okay? And so I do see a possible new beginning coming where if it is a creative work-related project, I see that there's a possibility for you to really get some attention and honor and acclaim for this work, okay? But with that Page of Cups there, it might come through a message, somebody younger than you, somebody under 30, maybe a child, okay? But, yeah, we have a visitor here. This is Miss Kitty, and hopefully she doesn't distract our video too much. She just woke up from her nap, so, there you are at the foundation, you know, King of Pentacles. And, yeah, it could be, another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But again, I mentioned the work-related stuff. So something very much in the physical realm, line of work, it would be highlighted. Somebody who works in real estate, banking, food service, you know, any kind of line of work that addresses the tangibles in life, right? Everybody needs food, clothing, shelter. So, you know, if it's a boss that is relevant, they might work in those, or even not even necessarily a boss, but somebody that is an earth sign or something about that line of work might be relevant to you, okay? I'm getting a lot of messages today that are just flooding into me. And so if I seem scattered and all over the board, I do apologize, but I'm just in a flow, and if it comes to me, I say it. And if it doesn't apply to you, throw it out. Throw it out, Virgo. Y'all can do that, right? All right, let me do one more shuffle, and we're going to cut for Virgo. July, August, September, October, November, December. Oh my gosh, I just did Aquarius. And Aquarius had the same card in the same placement. For July, there's some kind of conflict going on or competition. We'll see what that's about in a moment. For August, somebody is making a decision with a Judgment card or reevaluating something to make a decision. And then in September, Miss Independent, Nine of Pentacles, very Virgoan, by the way. This is a card of self-sufficiency. And then in October, the World card, something is coming to completion, closure, maybe even travel is involved. And then November, nostalgia, maybe involving children. If you have children, it's going to be during the holidays, so something is coming up with kids or your childhood, or, you know, going to a place, maybe going back to your hometown, okay, or what you consider to be home. And then by December, you've got the High Priestess, so holding back some information here, and maybe, you know, it's because you feel like that's what, you know, is the wise thing for you to do at this point. We'll see. We're going to dig deeper into that, but let's start with July. What is this conflict about? Oh. There's Aquarius again. Okay. So, or it could be a soulmate, all right? But look, this is very super positive, okay? I am inclined to say that this is a romantic offer. Yes, could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But it's really positive. Look at that. Super positive. And this person might be a soulmate. Why the conflict? I have got to clarify that. Well, I mean, because this looks super positive. It looks like you're getting a romantic offer in July. But what's the conflict? Is there a conflict of interest with the Five of Wands? Some kind of conflict of interest. That one didn't want to go down. The Devil card, Ten of Cups in reverse. Sun in reverse now. Okay. So what I'm getting is that with the Devil in reverse, might be a Capricorn is relevant, but I feel like somebody is going to just like break loose of that. Somebody is like, no, I'm not going to get tied into this. Because with the Ten of Cups in reverse, it might be that right now they're in a marriage that's broken. And they're trying to get free of the bondage. They're trying to take their power back in a marriage that is broken, a family that is broken, okay? And there's a little bit of depression over this with the Sun in reverse, a little bit of just downcast, okay? Really casting a shadow of some kind on this otherwise loveliness, all right? And what I'm also seeing is that if there is not some breakup of a family or a marriage, I am seeing that this love offer, although it might be really positive and might involve a soulmate, somebody that they can learn from and that person can learn from them, perhaps it is perceived by at least one party here that there's a misalignment of values. They don't share emotional values, and so somebody's like, I'm not going to get tied into that. And it might be a little bit disappointing. I think that somebody's disappointed that it's like things are not on the same page. Like, yeah, I'm going to pass. I don't think that's going to work out. Like, that's nice, but I don't think it's going to work out, okay? All right, moving on to August. Decision being made with that Judgment card, and while seems to have to do with you or another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, something that this earth sign has put a lot of work into, a lot of time, a lot of investment, and it could really be you during this time frame. I really feel it's you. Really looking long and hard. I mean, he's looking at it like, I'm really reevaluating here. What am I doing? What am I doing here? And it might have to do with money. It might have to do with an ex. Someone coming back around. But there's a very faded quality here to this. And it does seem to be in your favor, okay? Whatever it is that you are reevaluating during this time, having to do with your stability, your security, your investments, Some of you actually tangible investments with your money. Okay, you're making a decision. And I'm even seeing it here. Do you want to give something a second chance? Okay, if this is an ex coming back to you in August, you are really sizing the situation up. Do I want to give this person a second chance? Do I want to invest in this? Is this person somebody that I can trust? Somebody who's going to stabilize me or advance me materially? And then in September, with that Nine of Pentacles, wow. So it's like you're standing on your own. You're being very independent, but there's a lot of heaviness attached to this being self-sufficient. Like, you have a lot of responsibilities, and some of you are resisting getting your rest. You are resisting healing work. Some of you are so caught up in your coins and making progress, no matter how heavy the burden and the drain is on you, that you're resistant to doing what you need to do to get proper rest and sleep, and even healing on an emotional level, not just a physical level. That's a wild kind of, I don't want to say wild, it's like, it's an odd message. Like, what's going on, Virgo? Are you working yourself to death in September? Maybe it's because you're trying to close something out by October. You're trying to get some kind of completion, successful completion. For some of you, you're traveling long distance during October, and it might have to do with coming together with friends or family, some kind of celebration. I do see you, however, very much on hold when it comes to partnerships. And yes, it could be romantic, it could be a marriage, it could be a business partnership. You are very much contemplating, again, contemplating making a decision. Where did I see that? Like, this is a lot of, it's like you were doing this in August, and then you do it again in October. You are contemplating a decision, contemplating coming together with somebody in partnership. It might be that there's a gathering you attend, and it just puts you in this state of mind of getting some kind of enlightenment about a decision you're going to make to end something in a partnership. October is a time, you know, we start getting into the holiday season. It's Halloween for a lot of people. So I don't know if there's something that just starts getting stirred up where you make a decision like, you know what, we're closing this out. I'm done with this cycle. This is a long cycle, okay? This is something that you have been at for quite a while. And it might have to do with a family, a breakup of a family, and maybe you holding yourself back. But the truth is that you're not loyal to this person. You're not prioritizing them, or vice versa. And this needs to get healed. Yeah, it might have to do with a marriage. Well, I mean, I really went on a roll there, but something about this time of gatherings during the holidays is going to set it off within you, where you're just going to really get stopped in your tracks, and you're going to get some kind of enlightenment about how do you end this cycle? What decision do you need to make so that you can be happy about who you are coming in partnership with? If you have been in a relationship where you've been left on hold, and you know, hoping that maybe a friendship would evolve into something more, and it hasn't, I feel like during the holiday season, it's going to become glaringly obvious that this person, maybe they're not introducing you to friends and family as their significant other, or they are pretending like they're not in a relationship with you, because again, is this a clandestine relationship? I don't know. Their secrecy about their romantic life or yours, and it's getting something about the gatherings during the holiday time is it causes some break within you to say, that's it, I'm closing this out, I'm making a decision, I'm done with this. And it might involve a level of personal sacrifice that you have not yet until this point been willing to make. That is deep. That is so deep. I know some of you are not in partnership. So if you haven't, if this is not your storyline, like, you know, marriage, it's about commitments, okay? And it might even have to do with your beliefs about commitments and partnerships. Something is coming to a major close for you in October. Moving on to November, again, I'm getting some children, might be family. There's another child with a page of wands, could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then with the Knight of Swords, we have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. A lot of happiness here, though, I'm seeing. A lot of happiness. And it might be because you're going back home around November, or that would be like Thanksgiving time. And, you know, you make some kind of decision that you're going to do something for your happiness, and you're communicating it to people, or somebody's communicating it to you, and it's making you happy, the decision that they made. For some of you, it might be that you're putting feelers out there, you know. It's almost like you're maybe putting applications out, or you're putting out offers for contracts or things like that. I don't know, I'm not getting a worky work vibe off of this. I'm getting that I think you're going to make a decision within your mind to take a small step towards pursuing your passions and your happiness. Or somebody's communicating that to you and it's making you happy. And, you know, it might go back to something from childhood. What is this decision about? What is this decision about? Okay. Here we go with the Nine of Pentacles again, which is reflected over there, and then the Death card. So, and then the Justice card. So, this might be a decision that's very karmic, was a long time coming, or is in response to something that has been going on for a very long time. It might involve a Libra. It might involve the legal system. It might have to do with separation. Getting maybe a legal separation from somebody. And with the Nine of Pentacles, somebody's deciding to be Miss Independent or Mr. Independent. Like, I'm going to stand on my own. I'm going to take care of myself. It's like there are children involved in this. If this is a breakup of a family, which I kind of saw back there. And I know some of you, that is not your storyline, okay? But it's somebody here that is watching. And I have to say it for them. But, okay, let me try to look at these cards through the lens of somebody who isn't in a marriage that's on the Fritz. Yeah. It could be a child. So if you do have children, one of them is telling you, I'm making a decision for my own happiness. And that child could be leaving home and bringing about some kind of separation between you and them. And I don't know that it's necessarily anything ugly. I'm hearing it's a rite of passage. Maybe they're turning 18. Maybe they're going off to college. If you have absolutely no children, no commitments, I'm going to say that this is about, you know, nostalgia, and you may be returning to something that made you happy in your past. I mean, years back, and it's been a long time coming, and you kind of cut yourself off from it, and now you're like, you know what, I'm going to go back to that because that made me happy. All right, moving on to December. High Priestess has me a little bit concerned, but it seems to be all about the money. Of course, we are doing a Virgo reading, so why would it not be about the money? But you got good news. I mean, you really got good news, okay? I mean, this is about you making progress, okay? You're going to get a raise or a promotion, or you're getting a new car, something, you know, and it might be slow, steady movement, but it's very secure. And you're elevating things in your life in a material way. Might involve, you know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Same with this page. These are people, right? Could be earth sign people. This one again might be a child under 30, or somebody younger than you, but regardless of people, this is an energy of getting really good money news. And the good money news might come in at a time when you're kind of juggling something. You're maybe between two locations, or you're choosing two options. Some of you are trying to kind of coordinate things financially, and maybe that is because you've taken on something new, right? Maybe you got separated in November, and you have your own new home. You're between locations. It's advancement for you, but you're still negotiating and adapting to that change on a very material level. But overall, positive. I don't think you're talking to people about it with this. I think you're being very private about what you're giving yourself to, and, you know, give and take in relationships. And again, I'm getting some kind of concealment here, because maybe this new positive progress in your life on a material level is coming from a place of some disappointment in your life. Like, well, how do I make lemonade out of lemons, right? And you just don't want to make it public. You're very guarded about it. And you feel like maybe this is what you need to do. You've made up your mind, like, this is what I need to do. So, let me see if I can get any more advice over, you know, what is this? What are all these pentacles in December for Virgo? What are all these pentacles about for Virgo in December of this year? Please tell me, Spirit, what are these pentacles about for Virgo? Please tell me. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. It doesn't want to come out. My God, come on out with it. You don't want to tell people what you're doing financially now. Just all that stuff dropped out. Oh my gosh, and that was in reverse. So something about fall, where you decided you're going to cut something out because you can't bring to harvest something that you're wanting in your life. You're like, you know what, if I can't get this, then out with you. If I can't get this the way I want, then out you go. And it might have to do with a friend or a companion, somebody who's maybe been loyal to you for a while, but oh goodness. Yeah, some secrets need to come out, okay, with that book in reverse. And I don't think you want to take any risks. I think this is the problem. Secrets need to come out, but you don't want to take risks. And I think it's about money. This is having to do with how you earn a living, your daily bread, right? And it might have to do with a lot of money between you and another person. You don't want to talk about it. Let's see overall. What is the overall energy? Overall energy for Virgo in second half of 2021. All right. Small is beautiful. Well, I think Taurus just got that. Yeah. And Aquarius, or somebody, no, Sagittarius got that as well. Okay. And then at the foundation development, I'm going to tell you, it's because it's coming right back up to me. You know, just like I told Sagittarius, do not despise small beginnings, okay? You're closing out a cycle. And, you know, oddly, Sagittarius got the same thing, and I think it came up over here in November. No, it came up over here in Sagittarius was closing out a major cycle in August and beginning a new cycle in November. And what I was saying to them, and your timing is a little bit, like your closing comes a little bit different in the timeline, okay, than theirs. A little bit later, a couple months later, okay? But with every ending, there's a new beginning, all right? And in the beginning, it's going to start out small, all right? Do not despise small beginnings, right? That caterpillar turns into a butterfly, but you never saw it coming when you were just looking at the caterpillar, right? So the advice is for you to try to keep it simple, and yes, use discretion. Taurus was told the same thing. Maybe slow down, take care of the details, which I don't think you have any problem doing. I mean, actually, that's your gift curse, paying attention to the details and tending to them. But yeah, you're going to have to be very discerning as to, you know, what you're going to talk to people about. I think that some of you are making a decision to end something so that you can get a new beginning. You've decided to put, I mean, with the death card, and I'm definitely saying, I'm definitely seeing an ending by the October, November time frame, and I think something about a gathering with friends or family just snaps it for you. But this is all for your development, okay? And yeah, maybe the ending is bittersweet. Like, I hate to end this, but I'm gonna have to do it to get a new beginning, to get rid of some grief or sorrow, maybe within a family or group dynamic. But it's necessary for your development to get on to the next cycle in life. And so this is about making gradual progress, which I think by December you are. It's going to be slow and steady, but it's going to be very sure-footed. And I think that you are going to adapt to the changes as necessary to maintain continuity, definitely with your finances. If you're worried about your finances, I think that you are going to maintain continuity and you are going to get progress. I just think you're going to be very discerning on who you're talking to about these things. But, you know, that doesn't really surprise me for a Virgo, right? Y'all are represented by the Hermit card in the Zodiac. So, of course, you're going to keep some things on the DL, right? No surprise. No surprise. All right. So, if you want to know more, if the storyline spoke to you, or you just want to know more specific to your own unique astrology and cards, reach out to me at crownones.weebly.com, where I do private readings. I will have the links down below for you, and until next time, I'm wishing you guys all the best.